Calling this meeting to order. It's March 5th, 2024, 6 p.m.
This meeting is being held in accordance with Public Law 1975, Chapter 231, Open Public Meetings Act. Adequate notice has been provided in the manner prescribed by law. This agenda is complete to the extent known, and formal action will be taken. We'll begin with a roll call. Councilwoman Fisher? Here. Councilman Gager?
Here.
Councilwoman O'Donnell?
Here.
Deputy Mayor Nadell?
Here.
And Mayor Berger is absent this evening.
Is there a need to go to executive session this evening?
Yes, there is. We have topics to discuss, including contractual obligations and attorney-client privilege relating to redevelopment.
Do I have a motion to go into exec?
I'll make a motion to go into executive session.
Second.
Councilwoman Fisher?
Yes.
Councilman Gager?
Yes.
Councilwoman O'Donnell?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Nadell?
Yes.
Thank you.
We're in exec. Time is 7:07. We're going to reconvene our regular meeting for March 5th, 2024.
Begin with a roll call. Councilwoman Fisher?
Here.
Councilman Gager?
Here.
Excuse me, Councilwoman O'Donnell?
Here.
Deputy Mayor Nadell?
Here.
Thank you.
All please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by a moment of silence. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Right.
May I have a motion for acceptance of minutes of February 20th, 2024?
Motion to accept minutes?
Second.
Councilwoman Fisher?
Yes.
Councilman Gager?
Yes.
Councilwoman O'Donnell?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Nadell?
Yes. Now move on to reports of township officials. Mr. Clark?
Nothing other than what we discussed in exec.
I mentioned it last meeting, just the residential resale CO, which we're bringing back to Howell as an inspection requirement before property changes title and ownership residential. Draft ordinances will probably be in front of us within a month, so stay tuned for that in the next couple of meetings.
Nothing from legal.
Thank you. I'd like to now open the floor for a hearing of citizens and public comment.
Each person shall first give their name and address to the clerk. The council should be addressed as a collective body and not as individual members. Each person shall have one turn to address the council, and comments shall not exceed a total of 5 minutes. Speakers shall be notified when their time has run, and no time extensions will be permitted.
May I have a motion to open public comment?
Motion to open for public comments.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Do we have anyone on the list? Please state your name and address.
Is that on?
Yeah. Can you push a button, please?
Okay.
Yes.
Thought it was my hearing aids.
Yeah, I've been coming in here now for 8 years. Got a terrible problem with people speeding down the road, truck traffic. I don't know if you saw my videos. I gave them to Diane. I don't know if you people had a chance to take a look. You see what's going on out there. Drag racing at night. My neighbor was trying to pull in their driveway. They tried to cut her off the road. I don't know if you saw it, Mrs. O'Donnell, but they're there. But anyway, what I want to talk about is I had a meeting with Mr. Clark over here, probably back in November, I think it was. At that time, Mr. Clark told me that, talking about the trucks now, there was more, he said there was 2 trucks a day coming down the road, which is ridiculous. So what I did was I put a camera out in front of my house, and I recorded 39 heavy tandem dump trucks coming down the road. And I sent the video into you guys. I don't know if you saw that, okay, just to verify what I was saying. But anyway, in the meantime, Oprah requested the most recent survey that the Howell Township Police Department did. And That thing picked up 1,200 trucks in a 6-day period. It was 8 days, but 2 days was the weekend. So it came out to 200 trucks a day. So all of a sudden, 2 trucks a day turns into 200 trucks a day. So I don't know what, getting your information from. I have a copy of that too I'm going to give to you, just to verify it. But then as far as the speed limit, speeding on a road goes, according to what the police department came up with, average speed for, this is 12,000 cars, average speed 39 miles an hour, which is ridiculous. So I went out and bought a radar gun, and I'm doing my own radar. Not one car is doing less than 40 miles an hour. Every vehicle is doing between 40 and 50 miles an hour. At 39 miles per hour is incorrect. It's got to be a fabrication. When Kudrick did it for me, before he left, it came out to 49 miles an hour. So all of a sudden, by some miracle now, it's 10 miles an hour less, which is ridiculous. It's never been worse out there. I showed you guys, take a look at those videos I gave you. The cars are drag racing all night long, trucks. Then the other thing I'm concerned about is, and I got you some pictures here too. This is the corner of Lakewood Allenwood Road and Arnold Boulevard. And I don't know if your main camera could pick this up, but I'll give you the pictures anyway. I'm going to make you better. I'm going to do a video for you, get you a video. But they got these tractor trailers. Now we're talking 200 trucks a day now. They can't negotiate the turn. The trucks have to come into the opposing lane and the opposing lane's shoulder, which is used by no less than 3 schools. I got a picture here of the school buses loaded with little kids stacked up with these trucks going head-on into them, okay? Not once did anybody mention that. Clark keeps telling me about all the money that they're spending doing this research. Not once did they mention this. And I'll be honest with you, if my kid was on one of them buses, I wouldn't let him on that bus. I'd call that Board of Education up tomorrow morning and tell them I'm not putting my kid on that bus till something's done here. All it's going to take is one misjudgment. One of them trucks, one of them 40-ton trucks is going to come whipping around that corner and open up one of them school buses like a can opener. Nobody said a word about it. All these reports are full of rhetoric. Nothing makes any sense. Here, I'll give you an example. He's got the cars doing 30, he's got the tractor trailers going faster than the cars. It tells you right there it's a fabrication.
I'm sorry, your time has ended. You could hand me the pictures.
Okay.
Matt, what's the speed limit on that road, you know?
I believe it's 45.
What is it?
45, I believe.
35.
35.
35? Is there any truck limitation on that road?
Wait.
No, there's no weight restrictions right now.
Okay.
That's what we're looking for.
Do we have any documented from the police department records of incidents with accidents or stuff too?
All the studies have not suggested, the police department has done, we're relying on. They've not suggested that a truck weight limitation was required.
Okay.
Why don't you show that pictures to the police department? They just ignore all that stuff. I'll tell you what though, they did too, they went on Kent Road, just before you rebuilt the bridge. Total fabrication.
Mr. Ryberg.
Sorry, your
Sorry,
time's
sorry.
up.
I'll keep a body count for you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else that would like to come up for public comment? Seeing none, may I have a motion to close public comment?
Motion to close?
May I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Would anyone from the council like to respond to public comments before the professionals do?
I would have a question if I might. Mr. Rayberger's come here many, many, many times, although this is the first time I've heard about the tractor trailer, the school bus situation. Is this a new situation? I mean, are these 3 schools that never traveled this road? I mean, I don't want to say who's right, who's wrong, but we have some conflicting information.
I don't know what schools there are, so if he wants to give us the names or submit the names, we can look into it. I can't imagine it's new. I can tell you that this is a situation that our traffic division has studied multiple times over the years and has found no supporting evidence for any of what's being said. So I'm not sure where the 200 truck number comes from. I'll take a look back at the old Oprahs and see what report it is. But I can guarantee every meeting that we've had with him and every study that traffic has done has not supported anything of the sort in terms of speed restriction or the like.
So if there are recordings that differentiate with that information, could we share that with the PD at least? And I just hate to hear the same issue over and over, and at some point, I think, is there some merit here? And
I
don't
don't
wanna
know that there
overlook
is
something.
merit. We can have our traffic
Yeah,
people
okay.
look at it again.
Okay.
And we will have them look at the videos, and we will let them use their professional expertise and judgment and their radar, which I do trust, to give us the speed that's being traveled on the road. So, yeah.
I think that's a better, for me, that would be a good assessment. Thank you.
Okay.
I know he's been here before, I remember, but
Yes,
what
for many,
what
many
is that
years.
street?
Arnold Boulevard.
Arnold.
Arnold, that's right, thank you.
And the traffic studies take into account accident history. They'll take a look at the intersections on both ends and see if there's an accident history. If there's a speeding issue, it's an enforcement issue.
Right.
Doesn't necessarily mean that if somebody's doing 45 and a 35,
Yeah.
lowering the speed limit 25 just means they're going 20 over the speed limit, not 25. It
I
doesn't
just-
actually
yeah.
act in the sense that it reduces. There's trucks and buses on every road in town, every road in the county. There's
I understand.
the idea of limiting truck traffic here. This is a connection between Ramtown Greenville Road and Lakewood Allenwood Road, which then takes you to Randolph, and that's everyone's favorite cut through to Route 9. If there's restrictions done on these weight restriction done, there has to be alternative plans in place. If these trucks are coming from the south, then they're coming up Brook Street and going east, or they're coming Ramtown Greenville and going west.
Okay.
If you put a weight restriction on this road, that takes the trucks up Ramtown Greenville Road to to Newton's Corner, which is weight restricted, or you can take on the other side right to Lakewood Allenwood. There's not necessarily always a solution that says weight restriction is the answer, because those trucks, you have to give that alternate route. And if you're leading yourself to a dead end where there's another weight restricted road, you're not going to get it weight restricted. And this has an impact not only on
So
Howell
there's no
Township,
restrictions right now?
Monmouth County, no, Monmouth County's involved, Lakewood Township's involved, Ocean County's involved. These weight restrictions are looked at a very global view, and it would have a big impact to the area.
Okay, I just want to make sure that there aren't any restrictions. Other trucks can pretty much navigate where they want to go. Okay,
Unless weight restricted, correct.
Diane, has the clerk's office been in receipt of any other videos? Because I know I was forwarded a couple, but that was...
Yes, most recently, and they will follow.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Yes.
Move on to information and comments by elected officials. Councilman Gager.
I don't have anything, thank you.
Councilwoman O'Donnell.
No, but I did want to discuss, we'd gotten a letter from Freehold about their Memorial Day Parade, which we have in the past, always inviting us to participate. I was wondering, because of the anniversary date that the commissioners have spoken about, I mean, can we talk about at some point, not necessarily tonight, but is there an opportunity to participate in something that's based in the historical component of what the commissioners brought us? Or are we staying with the traditional Farmingdale Howell Parade for Memorial Day?
We can look into any alternative this year, certainly. We'll take a look at the letter, and
Okay.
we can address it sort of, individually. If there's any specific ideas that any of you have, we'll certainly take them into account.
You just don't want to miss an opportunity, that's all.
I
All
agree.
right, thank you.
Councilwoman Fisher? I just wanted to say one thing. Just wanted to commend our DPW department and our township officials on the special attention that have been focused on the parks and our open space in town. Was at the dog park the other day. My family recently got a dog, so I've never been there before, and there were people there, and nothing but good things to say about how they fixed that up and cleaned it all up. And they said they were surprised that they've seen other dogs there because it was a place that hasn't been used before. And now the people are actually starting to use it
Looks good now.
because of our efforts. So just want to commend everyone involved with that.
Yeah, and I'm going to jump off that comment, too. I agree 100%. DPW has been hitting it out of the park this year. The dog park is their idea. We give them the ability to kind of go and do what they think is best for it, and they've been killing it, frankly. The hazardous tree study that we did is finally complete, so all of the trees in that inventory have been removed as well. So, yeah, they're doing great work.
And I thank you.
Let's move on to the consent agenda items. Does anyone want to pull anything to vote separately?
We have none, right?
No. We have a motion to approve consent agenda from resolutions R-24-104 through and including R-24-113.
I'd like to make a motion to approve resolutions R-24-104 through R-24-115.
113.
113, I'm sorry.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Fisher?
Yes.
Councilman Gager?
Yes.
Councilwoman O'Donnell?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Nadell?
Yes.
Thank you.
Next resolution, R-24-114. May I have a motion to approve that resolution?
Motion to approve R-24-114.
Second?
Councilwoman Fisher?
Yes.
Councilman Gager?
Yes.
Councilwoman O'Donnell?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Nadell?
Yes.
Thank you.
Move on to R-24-115. May I have a motion to approve that resolution?
Motion to approve R-24-115.
Is there a second?
Second?
Councilwoman Fisher?
Yes.
Councilman Gager?
Yes.
Councilwoman O'Donnell?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Nadell?
Yes.
Thank you.
No unfinished business at this time. Move on to introduction of ordinances. Ordinance 24-07, ordinance to exceed the municipal budget appropriation limits and to establish a cap bank. May I have a motion to introduce this ordinance?
I'll make a motion to introduce ordinance 24-07.
Second.
Councilwoman Fisher?
Yes.
Councilman Gager?
Yes.
Councilwoman O'Donnell?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Nadell?
Yes.
Thank you. It's properly introduced.
Ordinance O24-08, an ordinance of the Township Council of the Township of Howell, Monmouth County, amending Section 3.7 of Chapter 7, Traffic of the Township Code of the Township of Howell. May I have a motion to introduce this ordinance?
Move to introduce ordinance 24-08.
Second.
Councilwoman Fisher?
Yes.
Councilman Gager?
Yes.
Councilwoman O'Donnell?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Nadell?
Abstain.
Thank you.
Ordinance O24-09, an ordinance setting forth and amending and supplementing the salary range schedule for the salaries of certain officers and employees of the Township of Howell. May I have a motion to introduce this ordinance?
Motion to introduce ordinance O24-09.
Second?
Councilwoman Fisher?
Yes.
Councilman Gager?
Yes.
Councilwoman O'Donnell?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Nadell?
Yes.
Thank you. It's
Our next regularly scheduled council meeting will take place on March 19th, 2024. Executive session at 6. Regular session will begin at 7. Are there any closing remarks before we adjourn? Seeing none, may I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second?
all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. How many minutes?